And still on the upper chamber and the president, but now on loans, the Nigerian Senate has approved the request of President Bola Tinubu to go ahead with the processing of an $800 million loan facility from the World Bank. The Senate also amended the 2022 Appropriation Act to accommodate 500 billion naira provision of palliatives to mitigate the effect of petroleum subsidy removal on Nigerians. Correspondent Kunle Ojo completes the report.
President Tinubu requested for two approvals in separate letters read by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio at the plenary on Thursday. An $800 million loan, correspondent Kunle Ojo reports that the loan, according to Tinubu's request, would be used to cater for the welfare of vulnerable and poor households in the country under the National Safety Net program of the federal government. The president assured that when the loan is granted, the sum of 8,000 naira will be transferred monthly to the bank accounts of 12 million poor and low-income households for the period of 6 months.
Consider the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act Amendment Bill 2023 and approve as follows. Amendment of the 2022 Supplementary Appropriation Act as recommended. Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Rise the issuance of the sum of 819,536,937,815 naira for the provisions of palliatives and other items to Nigerians to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal 2023.
The leader of the Senate, Okpeyemi Bamidele, led the debate on amendment of the 2022 Appropriation Act to accommodate funds for the provision of palliatives to cushion effect of subsidy removal. The Senate leader claimed that the request, if granted by members of the upper legislative chamber, will help the federal government mitigate the effect of petroleum subsidy removal on Nigerians. The Deputy Senate President, Barau Jibrin, who contributed to the debate, supported that the request of the President on subsidy removal palliatives be granted. The debate led the Senate to return to a closed-door session where all grey areas were ironed out. Upon resumption from the closed-door session, Akpabio subjected the debate on the 500 billion naira subsidy palliatives to voting, where many of the senators supported that the supplementary appropriation be amended as requested by President Tinubu. The Senate President noted that after the 500 billion naira has been removed from the supplementary budget, the remaining funds would be allocated.
Of the requests and application by Mr. President, the Senate do approve the additional financing of about $800 million to be sourced from the World Bank for the purpose of the Social Safety Net program. Say aye. Aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Of the request of Mr. President has been granted by the Senate and will now be communicated to him.